Welcome back guys to another video. I want to apologize for being so absent the last few weeks. When our government gave us the green light, my life was like a literal trailer park that was hit by a tornado. And from Quattro's side, I want to thank all of you who supported Quattro Archery through the lockdown. I really appreciate you guys. We couldn't have asked for better. So back to the topic. A few weeks ago, I showed you the condition of my Mathews Switchback XT. To be honest, I don't know if this bow has been cleaned ever before. So in this video, I'm going to tear it down and show you what I do to get it basically spotless. Right, so now the real disassembly can begin. Alright, now we have everything disassembled. It's in hundreds of pieces. So I'm gonna clean up everything, especially the limbals. I'm gonna put some grease on and then just get rid of all the dust. I'm gonna see how difficult it is, what type of chemicals we're gonna need. But I hope we can stick to soap and water if needed. The only other thing that I'll be placing in soapy water is the suppressor arms. There's no moving mechanisms in them, and it's made of aluminium as well, so it shouldn't be a problem. I don't want to put this stuff like my cams and the idler wheel in water because of the bushes and the bearings, especially on the idler wheel. I don't want soap and unnecessary water to get into the bearings. So yeah, these are quite dirty, as you've seen on the photos on Instagram. So in they go. This is actually horrendous. When I took a closer look at the cam, I actually saw a spider web inside of the cam. How on this earth does something like that happen to a bow? I mean, who does that? How long does it need to be in a bow case so that a spider can decide to make a web inside it? So I'll remove all the wax, all the marks, and make it look new again. I also want to file out a pretty bad ding that I just saw. I'm just afraid that it will nick the serving or even the string material and the string snaps on me. So that's something that I'm gonna give attention to. And I also want to show you guys on the bearings, especially on the cam bearing, there is the attention to detail is insane. So to clean the cams, I'm just gonna soak this into the soapy water and just rub off all the marks and stuff until it's nice and clean. As I mentioned, I don't want to put the whole thing in the water, so, and then to remove the wax, I don't know, still need to make a plan. So what I use to clean inside the grooves of the cam is an Allen key and a strong piece of cloth. I put the Allen key inside of the cloth and just make it pointy so that it can go inside the grooves. The only thing that you need to check out for is so that the Allen key doesn't pierce through the piece of cloth, otherwise it will scratch the inside of the grooves. So just be aware of that. And you can actually see on this cloth all the dirt and wax that came out just from this one cam. It's insane, works really good. The inside of the cam looks almost brand new, so yeah. Next up is the limb bolts. I'm gonna remove all the grease on the bolt and actually inside of the riser as well. I saw a few aluminium burrs and stuff coming out. If you look here close enough, I just want to remove all of them. This is because there's no bush inside of the riser that can rotate with the limb bolt as you tighten and loosen it for the adjustment of your poundage. So that's why it came by in the later bows, like your Monsters, and I think some of the Z7 bows have them. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that's the main reason why you can see most of the manufacturers using a bush that rotates inside the riser. So cleaning that up will make it easier when I back down my poundage. Not that I'm gonna do that a lot of times, but when you do put it in the press, then it's gonna be a lot easier, as you need to back the poundage when you want to press it. Right, so to remove the grease inside of the riser where the limb bolts go in, take a Phillips screwdriver and I just wrap it with toilet paper like this, and then put it in here. You'll notice that the screwdriver will pierce the toilet paper, but look at all that old grease. And you can do that a few times so that the thread is clean. When you put in some new grease, then you know everything is fresh. So this is what the side looks like when I finished cleaning it, and that's the side we haven't done. It's a huge difference. Okay, oh wow. nice and clean. Just kidding, guys. So this, I don't know what type of grease this is, but we've been using it for a long time. Just make sure your thread is covered in grease, and then you would also like to pre-apply it inside of the riser as well. So when you insert the limb bolt, it's two greasy surfaces on each other with no friction. Right, she's back. So before I put it in the press, I'm gonna back the limb bolts out by 5 turns on each side, and then that's just standard factory precautions that you have to follow. And put back on the strings. Everything is running smooth. Shoot it through the paper. See if we lost some tuning, maybe with some friction reduced, the bow might behave differently. If it doesn't, it's a bonus, and the bow is super clean. It looks almost brand new. Grease everywhere, well, not everywhere, but on the places they should be. And yeah, the bearings are still good, which I am very happy for. And we have no spare parts, which is also always a good thing. I might need to replace these string suppressor rubbers. These are past their due date. So yeah, this is it. Let's go. The bow is so clean, it looks brand new. I'm super stoked, and I'm glad that I'm the owner of this bow. I'm never gonna sell this thing, that's what I'm saying now. I have this weird obsession with shooting different bows. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I'm gonna do a review, believe it or not, on the Switchback XT. I don't think that there's any need for it, but I want to go through some specifics on what made this bow so good and why it still is relevant. Thank you for my brother who had patience behind the camera. I think it took us about, goodness me, 4 or 5 hours to film everything and to reassemble the bow. I think this is one of the best looking Switchback XTs to be out there ever. I've put a new string on. It has about, I think, 200 shots through. So subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, and I might be putting some different stabilizers on this bow, carbon ones from Quattro Archery, so stay tuned. Cheers for now.